Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. All right. Here, I'm going to have you write something down that I hope you can get this. All right? Distance yourself from anything that makes you feel that you are not of infinite worth. One more time, so you can get the whole thing. And if you can't, maybe you go to the person next to you. Distance yourself from anything that makes you feel you are not of infinite worth. Here's what I mean by that. Sometimes I'm scrolling on social media, and all of a sudden, here comes the perfect girl, right? The one that everybody's like, oh, this is the perfect girl, so you got to work just like that. And all of a sudden, I'm scrolling across that, if I'm you, and I'm like, oh, I look nothing like that. Then all of a sudden, what happens to my worth? All of a sudden, I'm like, I don't feel very good about myself. Maybe I need to change my body, change the way I look, right? I need to change my clothes. I need to change something. All of a sudden, my value goes away. So instead of thinking, oh no, I need to do something different to be better, I'm going to say, that thing just made me feel like I wasn't of infinite worth. I'm going to get away from it. So if it's a certain page that you're following that puts stuff out like that, what do? You unfollow that account. You unfollow that page. Distance yourself from anything that makes you feel that you don't have infinite worth. Totally fine to be sitting in a movie and just sitting there going, I do not feel good about myself being in this movie. I'm leaving. And you get up and you leave because you're going to distance yourself from anything, and we could even add, or anyone who makes you feel that you aren't of infinite worth. I'll even ask my wife sometimes, if we're watching a Netflix show, right? I'll ask her, how do you feel about this show, right? Because it's got like 9 seasons or something. I don't want to sit through it if she's having a miserable experience. Guess what we do? We just stop watching it altogether. We never watch it again. Why? Because it made either of us feel that we weren't of infinite worth, right? Because I end up comparing, oh, I don't look like that. I don't act like that. I'm not that rich. I'm not that guy, or I'm not that girl. I've got to distance myself from anything like that. Have you noticed that when you get away from things like that, you start feeling better about yourself? Take all these girls to girls' camp, take them to Time to Blossom. All of a sudden you're away from those things. What starts to happen? You're happier, you're friendlier, you're nicer. It's because at Time to Blossom, you're away from those things that don't make you feel like you're of infinite worth. So when you go home from Time to Blossom, don't go back to those things. Don't be like, I've been missing feeling bad about myself. I think I'll go back to those. No, stay away from those things. Stay away from any media that makes you feel bad about yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I love social media. I have 30,000 followers on Instagram. 30,000 followers on Instagram. What do I do every day? I post things that are uplifting, that I want people to feel good about themselves. People are drawn to that. So it's totally fine to use social media, but anything at all on there that makes you feel like, oh, I'm not of infinite worth, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not skinny enough, whatever it is, you unfollow that page, you unfollow that account, you let Facebook know or Instagram know this is an offensive ad. I don't want to see anything like it anymore, right? You're not the problem. That ad is the problem. You're not inadequate. That ad is inadequate. One more thing. Anybody of you, you don't know what marketing is. Marketing is how you sell stuff. I went to a marketing class once, and I learned that on a billboard, guess what my job is as a marketer? My job is to create a problem and then solve it in less than 5 seconds. I have to create a problem for you. So you're driving down the freeway, and you're like, I have no problems. My life is pretty good. You're supposed to see my billboard and all of a sudden realize you have a huge problem. Whatever it is, I don't look like that, right? I don't have that much money. I need something better. And then my job is to also, in that same billboard, solve your problem, right? So now when I look at billboards, I don't think, oh, you're right, I need that. I think, hey, look at that. He tried to give me a problem and then solve it. What a cutie. And I just keep going. Right? So when you see an ad or something that says, you need to look this way, you need to be this way, don't have the right teeth, don't have the right hair, we can give it to you. Just be like, oh, Brother Smith told me about that. That's a total marketing thing. Give me a problem and then try to solve it in 5 seconds. That's cute. And then keep going. And then keep going. And then when it comes to boys, if any boy makes you feel like you are not of infinite worth, get him out of your life. Show him the door. All right? Tell him goodbye. Tell him goodbye. There's too many good guys out there to waste times with ones like that. All right, is that helpful?